What's up, meta nerds? This video is all about the Sith Fighter. This ship was used by the forces of Darth Revan and Darth Malak when they tried to conquer the Republic after the events of the Mandalorian Wars. These fighters are very unique in that they were produced by the Starforge. This was an automated shipyard that was constructed by the Rakata species in the year 30,000 BBY. The Starforge was able to pull energy and matter out of stars and use them as raw materials. This could be converted into all kinds of different materials, and so the stuff used to make the Sith Fighters weren't mined from various planets from across the galaxy, but actually came straight out of the stars. At 7 meters or 23 feet, it was only half a Jawa longer than a TIE Fighter, but with a top speed of 1,250 kilometers per hour, or 777 miles per hour, it had the exact same speed as the TIE Interceptor. For thrust, it does use twin-ion engines, just like the Imperial TIEs, but these were described as a unique prototype developed by the Rakata. Although the materials might have been more exotic, they only provided the ship with minimal protection from enemy fighters. And for offense, the Sith Fighter only had these 2 laser cannons. This ship only needed a one-man crew, and although everything else is just like a TIE Fighter, the Sith Fighter did have a minimal atmosphere inside of the cockpit, meaning that the pilot didn't need to wear that big bulky spacesuit. But it should be pointed out that many Sith Fighter pilots still opted for the life support suit, just in case this delicate ship was damaged, or if they needed to eject into space. Most of this chassis housed the reactor core for those ion engines, and all of the other subsystems required to keep the ship running, as well as enough space for a day's worth of supplies, and 40 kilograms, or about 88 pounds of cargo. Much like later TIE Fighters, Sith Fighters were designed to overwhelm their opponents by being sent out in massive swarms that, although individually could be easily taken out, they were very intimidating and deadly in these massive amounts. Because their wings could fold in like this, it made it easier to store tons of these starfighters in the hangar bays of enormous Republic capital ships that defected and joined forces with Revan and Malak. These ships carried out their intended role well, but once the Starforge was destroyed, we also saw the end of the Sith Fighter during the final events of the Second Jedi Civil War, also known as the Second Sith War. So that's it for the Sith Fighter. And obviously, out of universe, these were designed with the TIE Fighter in mind. But in universe, do you think that Palpatine wanted some of the ships for his empire to look like some of the ships used by the Sith Empire of the Old Republic era? Definitely let me know in the comments down below. If you liked it, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you want to check out our social media, or ways that you can help support this channel, be sure to check out the description down below. If you want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell icon so that you get notifications. But more important than all that, remember, no matter what the era in Star Wars, if you're fighting for the bad guys, you're definitely going to be Starfighter fodder, and the Force will be with you. Always.